Okay, everybody, here we go. Two examples from the random number table. First of all, I want to let you know I'm watching CNBC stocks all the time. So hopefully you guys are keeping track as well. All right, first, example one. You want to select 10 students from a list of 26 students. Maybe you have a class of 26 students taking a test, and I just want to pick out 10 of them and look at those 10 test scores to kind of see how the class did as a whole. First, the population is considered 26 students, so split the table into two-digit numbers. Since you only have 26 students, you don't need student 147, so you don't split it in 3 digits, you split it in 2 digits. Okay, and then because we want to select 10, so we only use numbers 1 through 10. We're going to have to ignore numbers 11 through 99. So basically, there's a lot of waste when you do it this way. Since you only want 10 numbers and you have to number all the way to 99, there will be a lot of wasted numbers. Okay. Big emphasis also, if you've not already done so, the students need to be numbered from 1 to 26. You don't care about student names, you care about student numbers. Each student will get a number assigned to it, and you have to assign that, usually alphabetically or however it is, but somehow you got to assign the numbers. I will tell you where to start, that way we all get in the same spot. Start on the second row, first block. Second row, first block, and I actually put in there 79445. Now what some of you were confused on is you thought that was like one set of numbers. This entire table is just a bunch of one-digit numbers. They just group them in 5 at a time. So that's the number 7. That's the number 9. That's a 4, a 5, a 7, an 8, a 7, a 3, and a 5. It's just a bunch of one-digit numbers. We have to reorganize it into two-digit numbers since we need 26 students in the population. So I just start here and I start cutting this into two-digit numbers. 79. Well, there is no student 79, so we ignore it. 44. There is no student 44, so we ignore it. That is the number 57. You just link them together. There is no student 57. There is no student 87. There is no student 35. There is no student 71. See how there's a lot of waste? There is no student 54. There is no student 94. There is no student 48. There is no 43. There is a student 26, so that is the first student we're going to select in our sample. Is we're going to select these 26 students. Next is 10. We do want student 10. Next, 46. There is no 46. There is no 73. There is an 18. Okay, let me mark these so we remember where they're at. So student 18 is going to be in our sample. There is no such thing as student 00. There is no 70. There is a student 13. So that is one of them we're going to select. 49 we ignore. 86 we ignore. Remember, I just keep doing two digits. 66 we ignore. 75 we ignore. 19, that is considered 19. There is a student 19. I'm not sure if it's going to come up in this random sample, but it did come up in one of them before spring break. If I already have student 18, and if I pull up a student 18 again, you ignore that because you don't want to sample the same kid twice. Okay, let's go back. 19. 97 we ignore. 23 is a keeper. There is a student 23. Okay. When you get to the end line, you come down to row 3. 59 we ignore. 65 we ignore. 47 we ignore. Okay, it is going to happen. Student 19, but we already have student 19, so I don't want to sample the same kid twice. Okay, so I ignore the 19. 66, 27. Oh, so close. There's only 26 students. There's only 26 students, so 27 is an ignore. 38, ignore. 65, ignore. 00, ignore. That is considered student 4. We did not have a student 4, did we? Nope. So I'm going to select student 4. You don't have to write the 0. I just am because it's fun. Oh, we have a student 5. 0, 5. 35 we ignore. That's considered 89, 40, 31, 29. Once you get going on these, they're not that bad. 28. I marked it out, but that's an 11 right there. We need student 11. 85 you ignore, 44 you ignore, 52 you ignore, 42 you ignore, 90 you ignore, 60 you ignore, 80 you ignore, 31 you ignore, 52 you ignore, 44 you ignore, 95 ignore, 87 ignore, 76, 61, 23 is a keeper. Oh, no it's not. We already have student 23. So ignore student 23. 97, 89, 13. Well, we already have a student 13, so ignore that. 53, 74, 80, 86, 59, 48, 36, 06. That is our last one, and that is now a sample of 10 kids. We're going to select the 26th kid, the 10th kid, the 18th kid, the 13th kid, the 19th kid, the 23rd kid, the 4th kid, the 5th kid, the 11th kid, and the 6th kid. Okay? So if the population is 26 students, you split it into 2-digit numbers. I only want a sample of 10, so I only take numbers 1 through 10. I ignore a bunch 11 through 99. Okay? Let's do one more. This time, I want 8 out of 690. Because the population is 6090, we're going to split it into 3 digits. I'm selecting 8, so only keep numbers 1 through 8. Or no, I'm sorry. Only keep numbers 1 through 690. We're going to ignore anything from 691 to 999. Sorry, I'm trying to write around the phone. It's hard to do. So I'm going to select 8 from 1 to 690, and I'm going to ignore 691 to 999. Okay. Remember, whatever it is being sampled, I didn't label this, needs to be numbered from 1 to 690 if it's not already done. Okay. All right. I'm telling you to start in row 1, second block. Row 1, second block. But I'm going in groups of 3 this time. So the first one is 782. Skip it. 409. Keep it. We want student 401, my bad. 401. When I number the students from 1 to 690, I would want to sample the 401st student. Okay. 926, ignore. 795, ignore. 457 is a keeper. 457. Okay. 534 is a keeper. There's not very many wasted ones in this one, so this won't take as long. So I'll write down 534. Okay. 900. This is 972. Ignore it. 389 is a keeper. 389. 437. 437 is a keeper. 437. 708 is too high. 798 is too high. 627 is a keeper. 627. 627. 647 is a keeper. 647. And then mark that. 166 is a keeper. And that gives me 8 total kids, or whatever it is. It could be number of cars. If I have 690 items and I want to select 8, I split the table into 3 digits. I keep any number from 1 to 690. I ignore anything from 691 to 990. And I want to do it 8 times. So I'm going to select the 401st one, the 457th one, the 534th one, the 389th one, the 437th one, the 627th, the 647th, and the 166th. I hope seeing how you slash through helps after you get your starting point. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know. Your assignment is just going to be to do the same thing with 2 of your own. Bye. Stocks are up today, 214. The Dow Jones is up 214. Yesterday, the Dow was up 1,000 until the last couple minutes, and people sold like crazy, took their profits, and the Dow was barely even up. FYI.